The Suzuki is less of a popular bike, but parts are trickling away slowly. The Honda, freaking gold mine. Good morning, and welcome to another fun and exciting episode of Willpower Adventures. Today, I'd like to talk to you about eBay. I sell motorcycle parts and really anything else on eBay. This is something that I've been doing, and it's got the potential to be quite lucrative. What I do is I buy motorcycles for as cheap as I can get them. Basically, I just don't buy motorcycles generally that are like worth putting back together. I buy motorcycles that are pretty decrepit. They've been sitting in the rain for years, or gotten a crash, or are very taken apart, and just in kind of disrepair. Because I don't want to necessarily be taking apart like good motorcycles, and I can't be spending too much money on the initial investment of a parts bike at this point in time. As the business goes along, I'll be able to more comfortably invest more and more money into bikes and be able to wait as the potential profits come back and I get my money back. It's a process. So right now I tend to spend like $100 to $200 on a bike. Two months ago I bought a Suzuki Marauder that was in a crash, and when I was buying it, the woman mentioned that she's moving, so I asked, oh, well, do you have any other motorcycles you're looking to get rid of? And around the corner of the shop in a bush was a 1982 XR500 Honda. And she's like, oh, if you can get that bike around their corner there, you can have that one for free. So, killer, yes, we'll definitely do that. I pulled it out like a madman. The engine wasn't in it, but afterwards she mentioned that her son had like a bunch of parts and stuff. She just needed him to come over and figure out what it was. So I ended up getting the engine, the whole motorcycle. The engine was all dismantled because it looks like it was driven without oil. But at any rate, moral of this story, I spent $165 on the Suzuki Marauder, and I got the Honda for free. The Suzuki is less of a popular bike, but parts are trickling away slowly. The Honda, freaking gold mine. Let me jump down and I'll show you. Okay, Honda, not in that bin. Okay, so this is what I mean by gold mine. This part is a pretty popular part, and that sells for $190 all the time. Mine's crusty and the paint is gone. I just got a crack, but I had it up for like $190, and someone was interested, so I gave them an offer for $130 something. They messaged me back like, oh, I don't have the money yet, and then, you know, maybe if you can give me the same deal in a week, I'd buy it. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. And then I looked at another message. A few hours later, they sent me a message, oh, I bought it. So that just about paid for the whole shebang. That's the moral of that whole story. So I've got these 4 parts. Headlight, it's one of them. Coil pack, I need to go into bin 4. Light. So I need to get a coil pack from this bin. Try and disturb things as little as possible because it's fairly Tetrised in there. In the back corner here. $56 plus shipping. And not only do I get that monies, but someone gets to take this part, restore it, and use it, and keep it out of a landfill. This came off a bike that sat in the field for who knows how many years, and now the parts get to be utilized again. And we've got a squiggly cat who would like to leave the yard, but I'll just discourage that. I've got my parts list of stuff that I got to ship out today. Sleeve, that's a returning customer buying parts off of this same bike, GT360. Coil pack, that's that. Headlight, boom, and a fork leg off of a Triumph, which is in the house already. I haven't been doing a lot of work on the eBay, but the last few days I've been putting out offers on things and just adjusting. So the buyer of this headlight requested if I could look for the correct fasteners. So I've just got a little assortment of fasteners that will work for them. So this list represents like a week's worth of sales. I've actually had a few more earlier this week that already got shipped out. It's Friday, so I shipped some stuff out on Monday or Tuesday. And this list represents about $260 worth of profits that I've made without putting an effort into eBay, which is bad. You should constantly be putting your effort into eBay, even if it's just a little bit each day. Making, a certain amount of listings. Being active on eBays really helps with the algorithm of it. So I've found and so I've heard, and yeah, okay.
Hi, this is Kevlov. If you've been enjoying this video, please give me a like. And if you would like to see more, please subscribe. I appreciate you.
Basically what I'm trying to get at is I spent a lot of years thinking about and hearing about people selling stuff online, and I just thought that was really neat, especially with all the old motorcycle parts that I've got in my life and have had in my life. It's just been really intriguing to me. You hear people like, this isn't my jive, but you hear people buying an old Harley, for instance, and then just parting it out, taking all the bits and bops off. You spend top dollar on a motorcycle, but then you take it apart, and each little individual item, even all the little nuts and bolts with some of these bikes, are a highly lucrative market. Now, having said that, that's not my jive. I'm more interested in parting out bikes that are like beyond their useful lifespan, because I love motorcycles and things, and it's like wasteful to see stuff just thrown away. So we've got a few motorcycles that we're resurrecting, like this Triumph. We're resurrecting that, and then there's a two-stroke Yamaha that we're going to be resurrecting after, and it's going to be a endless flow of exciting videos and work for us to do. Kind of rambling, but it's an exciting new world, and I would encourage you, if you have any desire to take hold of your own life, if you've got an interest in being on the computer, and if you've got an interest in any certain niche of things, like there's motorcycle parts, there's computers. You could take apart computers if that's what your thing is. If you know about computers, you could take apart Land Rovers or Toyota cars. You could go buy a broken down Toyota Corolla from 1989 for 400 bucks, drive it home, and then sell the dash for $400. I don't know how quickly, for instance, that example would sell, but stuff like that sells for quite a lot of money. Dash parts, interior parts, if you can manage to figure out the shipping for bigger parts like glass and doors and fenders, all that stuff sells. So it's really just a matter of positioning yourself in a way that you can do these things and collect the parts and get them to the post office in the correct time frame. I'm rambling a bit, but you understand where I'm coming from. I made this yesterday. Gonna paint it. This paint nozzle's full of